Joining me now, Congresswoman Mary Miller. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of the great work that you have been doing. And we just had a conversation offline here, and we were talking about how insane it is that the Democrats are fighting Republicans on removing illegal criminals from our communities.
Right. And President Trump he's leading the great American comeback, which means securing our border.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the damage that Joe Biden and every Democrat supported him. The damage they did in 4 years is incalculable. 20 million illegals coming over the border. But President Trump has secured the border for the first time in 50 years. We have negative net migration.
Amazing.
622,000 illegal immigrants have been deported, most of them violent criminals. 1.9 million have self-deported, and I believe many more will self-deport as we cut off the funding for taxpayer-funded benefits for everything. They are getting everything paid for. So, we're living in exciting times.
Yeah, it is interesting watching all of these. You bring up the self-deportations. I think that is something that people need to remember is that the number that you cited that we've actually deported pales in comparison to all of these people who have said, oh, you're not going to fund my lifestyle anymore. I guess I'll go home. And it really is that simple in these instances. I was talking to a friend and we said, I don't like giving them $2,500, $2,600, whatever the number is, to offer them to go home, but it's far less than how much we would be giving them in taxpayer funds for them to continue being here. So I'm happy to take the hit on that end, knowing that they're leaving.
Yes, I worked really hard to get a provision in the big, beautiful bill to cut off SNAP benefits from non-citizens. And just to highlight a story, though, there was a young girl killed in central Illinois. She was one of 5 20-year-olds in a car. They were hit by an illegal drunk driver. It killed 2 of them, including Katie Abraham. But this man came over the border from Guatemala or Honduras. He had full-blown AIDS when he came over. He does not speak our language. He cannot read in any language, but he had an Illinois driver's license.
Wow.
He had a car. He had a place to live. He had money to buy gas and alcohol. And we have to cut off the benefits. I know in Illinois, our Governor Pritzker prioritizes illegals over Illinois citizens and has rolled out the red carpet. Now they're expanding free college for illegals. It is such an insult to the American taxpayer and the Americans.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's like, read the room, guys.
Yeah.
The last election, Americans made it very, very clear we're tired of all of these illegals getting all of our funds. So moving into the State of the Union, how would you grade President Trump's job that he's done so far?
Oh, A.
Yeah.
Off the charts, best president ever since George Washington.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting things done for the American people. I want to remind the listeners that President Trump did not create these problems. He inherited them.
Exactly
it's
right.
way easier to tear something down than it is to build it.
You're
Joe
absolutely right.
Biden and whoever was running the country under him, the auto pen, they tore down the country. They tore down our borders, law and order. They went against parental rights, taxpayers in every way. They tore down our country. President Trump is leading the great American comeback. I can't wait for him to highlight it. Our country is strong. We're getting stronger. He cares deeply about our country. Love for the country is what motivates the president. I know it. I've been with him personally. And nobody would work this hard if they didn't love our country. And he's doing what good leaders should do. Number 1, you protect the people.
Yeah.
Number 2, you provide for them. But also, he's bringing back common sense. The Democrats all were in unison to try to demand that we deny reality. And President Trump, on day 1, he brings reality back. We have 2 sexes, male and female.
Yeah.
And we are not going to have men in girl sports. We're going to protect our girls. We're going to use U.S. energy. Why is fuel from Venezuela or Saudi Arabia greener? It's not. It was all a scam. And what the Democrats are doing is carrying on Barack Obama's dream to fundamentally transform the country. The Democrats are not your blue dog Democrats. You can change your mind, people. Please change your mind. These people are revolutionaries. Everything that our country is in light of freedom and opportunity, they are against.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which kind of brings me to my next question. I noticed that you are a member of the Sharia Free Caucus.
Yes.
I am so grateful for all of you guys who are doing that, fighting that fight, because they do want to transform the country in every way, shape, or form. And specific to Sharia, this is completely incompatible with the Western way of life.
Yes, I've always said, I told my children that Islam is not a religion, it's a form of government. And look at how people are treated in these countries, which as far as I know, every country was conquered. They don't just say, I want to be Islamic, I want to give up my rights as a woman, I want to be abused here. No, but we have to stand strong. They've gotten a foothold, and we need to speak it out loud. So.
Yeah, I want to get your reaction to this story. I actually spoke with a mother I'm from Texas, okay? In Texas, a mother in the Dallas area whose child at public school, junior high, came home with a gift bag that another mother had sent her kid to give out to all of his friends at school, with a Quran, with the book pamphlet Quran Made Simple, with candy, so that it was like, oh, I'm just giving you, and a little notepad where the child was tracing Arabic letters. And now her child, as a Christian woman in America, her child was undergoing fasting for Ramadan.
Okay, these people are aggressive. And they want to conquer our country. Whenever they put up a mosque, it is, to them, it is a statement that they've conquered that area. And I could tell you that there have been Muslim prayer rooms in public schools for years. I think St. Cloud, Minnesota is one of them. But people, everybody has to get engaged. Our country and our children and grandchildren's future is at stake. It is worth it. Everybody has a realm of influence. We have to get out and vote in the midterms. And you know, we have to stand up against Islam in the country.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm very grateful for all of you who are willing to stand up and take the arrows there, because it is, I think, if I could speak for the average American, I think it's a top priority for all of them. So I appreciate you. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do with President Trump moving after the midterms. There's a lot of great work. He's done a lot of great work.
Very exciting.
Yes, but there's a lot of great work still to be done. What do you think the likelihood is that we are able to codify? You mentioned the boys and girls bathrooms, boys in, men and women's sports. What are the chances that we can codify all of President Trump's great work there?
Well, I'm going to work really hard with President Trump, but it depends on the American people getting out in the primary elections and voting. You have to vote. If the Democrats take the House, it'll be nothing but impeachment.
You're right.
And President Trump's agenda will be greatly stalled. I don't think it will be completely stalled, but it will be greatly stalled.
Yeah. Well, we're praying for a good outcome in the midterms.
Yes, pray for the country.
Yes.
And we need our country to turn back to God and to the Bible.
Yes.
And, people do God talk all the time. It's kind of like the Build-A-Bear stores. They just make them up to be whatever. But the Bible defines who God is and what he requires of us. He defines marriage. He defines good and evil and male and female and how to treat our neighbors, how to treat our enemies.
Yeah. We need to get back to God.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
You're
Congresswoman.
welcome.